Hello, friends. How are you doing? My name is SUNSfan, Joe Mason, and this is the Dota 2 Asia Championships. What do we call this? The wild card? Day one, the only day of wild cards. It's kind of a weird day. Only 2 teams will survive. How many teams are there? 6?
Yes.
Man, this is crazy stuff, syndereN. For well, right now it's 2.2 million, but a new chest just came out. Mythicals, or by Mythicals, of course, I mean Immortals. They're all awesome. I don't want to talk too much because the game is already getting started. This is going to be Navi versus PR, so here we go. Eventually.
Here we go. There we go. So yeah, this is one of the most important games based on what we talked about at the panel, that the favorites for the wild card, probably HGT as the #1 favorite, and then for second we were torn between Navi and PR. So this one could actually turn out to be one of the absolute most important games that you guys are going to see today. Navi have been struggling lately. PR have been doing pretty well, at least in their online heads-ups. PR tends to do well against Navi. This is on LAN, though. It's a different setting. And we'll see what they can do. But I don't know if you agree with what we talked about, that these 2 teams are probably both going to be in the top 3.
I heard nothing, by the way.
Excellent. So,
like when you guys were talking, I didn't hear anything. I didn't have sound on this computer. So.
Oh, I see. So you agree, in other words. That's great.
Agree. Wait, what did you say? Who's top 3?
Navi, PR, and HGT.
Navi, PR, HGT. Well, HGT for sure. I think they're far and away the best of these 6, to be honest. There's 2 pretty much unknowns. I guess I would agree, as much as I hate to agree with you. But we'll just
starting off the day well. That's good. Excellent.
Well, I'm happy that we're going to continue to see Axe, as he's picked up by Navi, along with Rubik. For PR, we're going to have Puck and Vengeful Spirit. Venge, Axe, Rubik. I'm not going to say he's not picked very often, but compared like as first pick. Are you surprised by this?
Yeah, this is really early. You generally see Rubik picked in the second phase. I'm not sure what the reasoning is for Navi, if it's because they don't want Power Rangers to grab it. There's nothing that really makes me think Power Rangers love this as a first phase pick. I don't recall seeing them playing it that much. Maybe they've done it a few times, but it's not one of their trademarks by any means. I honestly don't know. It might be that they're planning for some later stages and it's just a solid support for them to grab in general. Whereas PR will be getting the Venge, which is more or less the pick right now as a support for most teams. So they grab it together with the Puck. A pretty standard opener, getting Venge and Puck, a solid support and a good mid or offlaner. One of the strengths of Puck is that you can run it at both places, especially when you're Radiant, which PR are in this game. And they have banned out the Troll and the Lycan. So we still have the Juggernaut out of what we call the big 3, which is Axe, Juggernaut, and Troll these days. And I would be very surprised if that doesn't get picked.
Welcome back to the stream, boys and girls. Little technical difficulties. This is the Dota Cinema stream, of course, so it's to be expected. Absolutely, no problem. But in case you're wondering who the hell these people are that are talking, that is syndereN.
Hello.
And my name is SUNSfan. Sometimes I go by Horse, or ;horse, to be precise. And today we have Navi versus Power Rangers for the wildcard match.
10 seconds remaining.
So everything we just said didn't get on the stream.
Well, it's going to be on the VODs. It's going to be
excellent.
TV.
Great.
We're fine.
Technical.
It's a good thing that it's the wild cards, because this is the day of testing things, and that is learning how to run a stream properly.
This is the day you learn how to stream.
A Chen picked up as the 3rd pick for Navi. We've been seeing this here a lot more ever since the Ags change to pick up. Well, it's not just that, obviously. The Ags can take over the Ancients, as well as you get an extra creep now with Holy Persuasion, which is obviously the bigger deal.
Yeah, and the leveling of Holy Persuasion is really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. The old one was just counterintuitive, right? There was one level up where you just got a bit of extra health in the creep, which was garbage. So
it makes a lot more sense. Garbage, but
it was kind of irrelevant. It's like the worst, probably for me, the absolute worst upgrade of a skill in the game was Holy Persuasion when the creep got 75 more health from the extra point. That was terrible.
That was only 75?
Yeah, it was really, really bad. But anyway, he gets another creep now, like you said, so he has 4. Is now, like you said, able to take over the Ancients, most notably the Granite Golem. The 15% health aura is the only Ancient, in my opinion, that's even worth converting as Chen. The other ones are terrible. The Seal Dragon is an alternative, but not a big fan of that. As we do get your favorite hero, Doom, picked by Power Rangers. Of course, Centaur. The closest we get to a horse in Dota 2, together with Enchantress, I guess.
Yep.
Not sure about the Doom pickup, to be honest, by PR. There's nothing here that Doom really directly counters. There's no obvious reason to grab that hero right here for them, but I I mean, who would you doom here? Who is like the target to doom?
They get the doom to eat the creeps of Chen. You're going to get a Midas. That's 2 creeps down just like that.
That might be the reason,
That's
honestly.
not that bad.
That could be.
Plus, Doom is
decent.
amazing in general. You get Ags on him, then Ags can't counter Helix anybody.
That's true, too. Damn, you're on fire today.
Well, Doom is... I mean, we've talked about this before. Doom is just a counter to literally every hero in the game. I don't think it's ever really a bad pick unless you get like a little bit too greedy, which they're not really on track to do that as of yet.
I would agree with that. It's a solid
fine.
pick. There's just nothing... I mean, there's a couple of things, like you said, devouring the creeps and doing the axe, but it's not the good old you have Doom against Storm Spirit or against Ember or something like that. There's nothing where you just really want that long silence.
You know what they're doing? They're going to pick up a Life Stealer. He's going to get a Midas as well. They kill 4 creeps right away.
Damn.
Infest, 2 Midases, and Devour.
And there it is, Disruptor.
Navi's turn to bat.
Great call, Cinder.
So, what do they... This is a little bit weird, once again. I think Power Rangers have a really solid lineup, but it doesn't seem like they're counter-picking Navi. They're just picking a good lineup for themselves. Disruptor is decent against Centaur. It's good when he blinks in, of course, you can send him back with Glimpse, but most of the time Centaur will get the majority of his burst off before you get the Glimpse back, if not the entirety. However, a really good thing about Disruptor is he's really good when teams want to come in close and stack up, because it's easier to land the Kinetic Field Static Storm combo, and both Centaur and Axe are really in your face, and all of the Chen creeps too, and the Static Storm will, of course, also affect them. So it's actually fairly decent for that reason. They're still missing their carry, though, as the last pick, which Navi are as well. And the overall last pick is sitting with PR, I do believe. So...
You're talking about the counter to Axe initiation from Disruptor. I don't know if that's even that good, honestly. I mean, he's already going to get the Berserker's Call off, so he gets Glimpse back, and the enemy is just going to run towards him.
It's not that good.
It's not really that great.
But yeah, we're gonna see what the plan is here. They're gonna ban out the TA actually, which I do not imagine Navi would have wanted to run here. Not really particularly good against Doom. They're gonna grab a sniper.
Mid sniper, I presume. I mean, he's now that he has 3, or his shrapnel is completely different now, to the fact that you can get 3 charges of. He is a ridiculous 1v1 hero.
That's a good question. How are Navi laning this? They could safe lane the Axe.
That's what I want to see.
And then off lane the Centaur, or vice versa, and then have the 2 supports run aggressively, because Rubik and Chen together are actually fairly strong early on. You would probably want Chen to reach level 3 so you have 2 creeps, but then you can smoke down to the off lane and help it out. Sniper does well in lane against Puck. I want to say doesn't really get crushed too hard, has the range advantage, and just farms safely. Puck has decent base damage, however, so can put up a fight early on, but Sniper, once he gets the phase boots, will be owning that lane. And they get PA. Good hero to get in close and personal with Sniper, which is generally the way of dealing with him, is to just catch up. And I think overall, the one danger of picking PA here is Axe for me is a really good counter pick. Of course, you can't evade the counter Helix, and PA has pretty low health, so counter Helix is a really good counter to her. And they also have the Centaur, which is heavy spell burst. So should this game go well for PR in the start and Phantom Assassin gets some farm, I think it's a great PA game. If not, it's going to be a terrible PA game.
You can say that about literally any hero in the game.
Yep,
okay,
that's
so
true.
continuing on here. One thing I will say, if they do put... it is Dendy on the Sniper, by the way, so in all likelihood we'll go mid. As far as roaming supports, we're looking at basically Vengeful Spirit. I would not say Disruptor is the best ganker in the world. So with the short range of VS, typically you want somebody else along with her, as we're going to have a smoke here for PR right off the bat. I guess we can just go over the lineups here. This is the first game of... There's going to be at least 6. Is it 6 or 5? It's got to be 6.
5.
5. Great.
There's 15 games. Each team plays 5 games.
Yeah, that's true. So
good
smoke. Going to get
break.
popped in Advanced Score. Looks like he'll be okay to go. He's going to get Stifling Dagger, though. The Courier better be careful. J4 isn't in range for his Magic Missile yet, and this will essentially turn into a stalemate. Although they will get the wards down, which is the most important.
That was probably, exactly. That was the goal there. The kill is a bonus, but you don't start level 1 expecting to get a kill. You hope for it, but it's not... It wasn't the most important thing. Getting those 2 camps blocked is the big deal, and... As a result of that, does Chen even have sentries? No, he doesn't. So maybe they... Where does Godlike start? He can get the big creep to the left, or if he gets lucky, the camp close to the rune could have a centaur, but apart from that, not really the best start for Chen, who is one of those junglers that if he falls behind, he becomes really irrelevant in the mid game.
The battle begins.
Bounty Rune is going to be picked up by DTR. People
should make my life
hate me
easier.
when I say dirty raw, so I'll try not to do that. It's more for fun than anything. It's not that I can't pronounce it. Let's go to the lineups real quick. So for PR, we have Cheshire Cat playing the Doom in the off lane. Mid lane is going to be played by DTR, as we just talked about in the PA. Bottom lane, the supports, syndereN, Disruptor, the Vengeful Spirit played by J4. And last but not least, Shoshlo on the puck. Looks like you're loading into the game again. Great job, syndereN.
Yeah, having a little bit of a problem here. For Navi, the center offlane by Hvost. Not really what I was expecting. Putting him in the offlane is something I haven't seen Navi do for a very long time.
Switching things up.
They're going to be playing the mid sniper by Dendi, and then in the top lane is going to be Goblak on the Chen in the jungle, together with the Rubik of Vanscore, and then finally Funnick onto the Axe. I think they're just trying to catch PR off guard with this laning, which I at least would not have expected with that hero.
What would you have
distribution
wanted
of the
to
players.
see? Or what was your expectation at the very least?
I would have expected Hvost to be safe lane, so they would have aggressive tri-laned the Axe perhaps, or they would have distributed the heroes differently.
They'd still have... I mean, this is something we've been seeing a lot in the last couple patches, is you get somebody like you don't really typically see an Axe in the safe lane, let's say, right? But you get some levels on him, you get some nice farm, he gets the core items, then he can actually start just ganking, and then you can put Centaur in the safe lane if he's really struggling. We've been seeing that a lot lately, and it opens up a lot of possibilities for these heroes to be picked. And we'll see what ends up happening here. But right now, Sniper, this is the lane I really want to focus on, although I'm not sure if we're going to see a kill because there is some escapability from PA as far as the Phantom Strike is concerned. But 3 shrapnels is so disgustingly good. Can't even begin to say. Of course, he is a very gankable hero. That is something to keep in mind as we move forward here.
And one thing we also haven't mentioned is that Sniper's actually, out of all the very physical damage-oriented carries, at least in mid-late game he is one of the best against PA because Headshot can't miss. So the evasion doesn't matter. Sniper is guaranteed at least 40% of his attacks will hit. So I don't know the exact math on that if you have level 4 blur, but I would guess Dendi will be hitting around 65 or something % of his attacks in comparison to most carries who would be hitting 50. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Maybe he even hits more than that. And might be part of, well, it can't be part of the reason PA was the last pick. So that was not part of the consideration for Navi, but worth keeping in mind.
Goblak has a smoke, expecting one to come out here very shortly as far as gank potential with Vanscore. He has a tomato and a troll. So
There we
definitely some capabilities here to get a kill. PA in mid might be the focus here. We'll see. As Goblak
She's pretty hard to kill for
mid-lane.
them, though.
She's not going to have any backup. His bottom lane, Chavos is the one that might be in trouble. He's going to chase syndereN. J4's coming in with that smoke of his own. Going to get the magic missile off. He's going to attempt to get away, but lose your orbs. This looks like the first blood going the way of PR in mid lane. Actually, they were transitioning towards bottom.
Now, this is the worst possible timing Navi could get on this. And basically a mistake by Hvost exposing himself right now. He just needed to wait literally 15 seconds and his team would be there. And maybe now they do get the fight because PR aren't expecting it. They're going to get syndereN. He will definitely be dying here if Goblak micros this correctly, which he will. So 1 for 1 in the end, but Hvost will not be able to reach a stomp on J4.
He was close. He was close, but in the end, gank successful, but first blood does go the way of PR. Funnick. Is those the Tranquils? Yep, those are the Tranquils he has right now. He's going to be jungling and basically transitioning back and forth between lane and jungle. And we'll see. I'm really interested to see the roaming supports for both teams, how it's going to go. Because like we talked about, PR, they have J4. It was a successful gank, although it was in his own lane technically, so I don't know if you can really say there was too much roaming there. But I don't know what they do with this Disruptor. Like, how do you play... this is your favorite hero. How do you play Disruptor early game if... I mean, do you even roam with him ever with J4?
They have decent kill potential, especially against someone like a sniper. I think it's totally doable. For now, I do believe what PR want to do is get syndereN at least level 4, so he has 2 points in Glimpse, which is really what makes Disruptor, is Glimpse. And now that he got Kinetic Field first for that fight, he will definitely want to do that. I think 9 out of 10 times, if not even more, you see Glimpse maxed first for that reason. It's just that good. But yeah, ganking is definitely an option. I want to say mid lane is the main target, but should this become a stale tri-lane, I also don't think PR are looking too bad on that, honestly. Disruptor is still a decent damage output hero with long range.
Bottom lane.
has
Telekinesis
boots, yeah.
into a hoof stomp, into a double edge. Holy jeez. Chen finishes him off with a test of faith. That is a lot of burst damage.
And this ward right here for Navi is doing work. They immediately realize that the 2 supports are rotating to the left, and because of that, they find an easy opening on puck. And now the supports are coming back down, but they've also seen that. So now this ward has really been, like, has done a lot of work in the last 30 seconds for Na'Vi. It's basically deciding their game plan for now.
And look at mid lane discrepancy as far as farm. 27 and 15 for Dendi versus the PA played by Ditiara, 15 and 0. My goodness, that's like double the creeps essentially. And this early on is pretty insane. This bottom lane, we're gonna have more active Sineko getting troll trapped. He's gonna go down to the right click. Does get a Thunderbolt off though. And the chase continues. J4 getting a hoof stomp into a double edge, I assume. But Khovos is extremely low. He's gonna trade his life. So it's a 2-for-1 overall. And the chase continues as Gallback is now getting harassed by DTR, who's transitioned from mid lane along with Joshlo. Has a loser up in 1 second. This should be enough with the jaunt and one more right click. Eventually, he gets it. DTR now should be okay. So it ends up being a 2-for-2, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but PR were forced to do the rotation. So I still think that's a better trade for Na'Vi.
I hope to God people are getting sound, by the way. I'm not getting any sound.
I think we're good.
Fix that for next game.
Else now we riot, but he rotated from the mid lane. He does get a double damage now, and should they kill Dendi, that would be really big. Disruptor is in position, currently level 3, so only 1 point. Actually, not even skilling Glimpse. This is very surprising for me, this skill build.
Does that just shut him down as far as gank potential is concerned? I mean, he can't set anything up without Glimpse.
No, I would be shocked if he doesn't get Glimpse now on the next 2 skill points, because this kinetic field, it doesn't really scale that well. It gets better for sure, but like you said, it's about setting up the kills. Of course, having Glimpse in an ongoing team fight can sometimes be very useless, but in comparison to that, the kinetic field just seems like a way more situational ability to level up, and if you want to max that, you need to get a lot of team fights in a row where that's relevant compared to Glimpse, which has way many more uses. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this, but we'll see if it can work out for Sineko.
In top lane, we haven't really looked at the farm too much here. Cheshire Cat with 33 and 0 versus Funnick 47 and 10. To be expected. I mean, any hero Axe goes against that's a melee is pretty much going to dominate. So in all things considered, Doom's doing decently well. Gallback, though, getting harassed here at half HP already. Gets a troll trap on Shoshel. They're not going to pursue any further thanks to Tavost and Vanscore incoming.
Thanks to the lack of Glimpse.
That, too. I'm going to bring that up over and over. He's still level 3, so he can't level it now. But once he gets level 4, you do expect him to pick that up. Khovos has the Tranquil Boots right now, 600 gold to boot. J4 looking to perhaps initiate, but
that's a really scary kill to go for. Yeah. It's exactly what Na'Vi wants, and I think PR will not try for this until they have Dream Coil, which is in 1 creep.
Na'Vi wants to try for it. Khovos getting closer and closer to that level 6. Once he has Stampede, they can initiate to their heart's content. Joshua about to hit level 6 himself as well, though. So Dream Coil will be available very shortly, as in now. So Khovos, do you think they actually... I don't think they dive. Well, it is Khovos after all. Once he gets level 6, I have no idea what they're going to do. DTR gets the regen rune.
Oh, this is going to be dangerous as hell for Na'Vi.
J4 getting initiated on Khovos, doing so much damage along with the Chen. Looks like Chen's going to trade his life. It's going to be a 1-for-1. Doom applied to Khovos, though. He will fall, trying to do as much damage as he can before he falls down. Vanscore Glimpse finally being used in the kinetic field. He gets completely surrounded by the entirety of PR. And it is a 3-for-1 just like that. Dendi in the meantime, mid lane, still doing fine. In top lane, no transitions yet from Funnick, who has 820. He goes for Vanguard first. Not that that's completely unusual, but considering he's just getting complete free farm. Actually, what do you think about that?
I would have liked him to get Blink, but that's just my personal preference, and the hero is to pretty much always get Blink after Tranquils, because then he could contribute right now. The gold Vanguard costs he could have got the Blink for, and then he could have, in a situation like that, bottom could have TP'd in and made a big difference. But this is more of a farming build, which I guess makes sense when he's in the safe lane. He's definitely getting Blink next. There's no doubt about that, but what does the Vanguard really provide him against the PR side? There's no heroes that have like a lot of semi-strong attacks in a row. Either you get crit really hard by PA or you die to the spell damage, right? So I don't know how good Vanguard is. It's great for the jungling, though. He doesn't need to drop his Tranquils all the time, but he kind of was doing that anyway since no one was threatening him, so we'll see. I think in general Vanguard is just a kind of underwhelming item on every other hero than Bristleback, maybe.
Well, you can transition into a Crimson Guard, but like you said, not that great.
Not the best
game.
Crimson game.
I would agree. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it in general, but the Blink first would have been a little safe. I don't know if you can call that safer, though. Do you think Vanguard is safer, technically speaking? I mean, you can't help your team out, but you're not going to die in all likelihood. Like, nobody's going to want to gank you now that they see you have basically a 7-minute Vanguard.
I think for the overall strategy, the Blink Dagger would have been the safer choice, because I think when you safe lane an Axe, he needs to get involved, right? You can keep farming this guy, and of course he's going to get strong, but the trade-off, if they get another triple kill on the bottom lane, I think PA got all 3 kills, right? I think so. So DCHR got a triple kill in the bot lane before. If that happens again, PA is going to take off, and then it doesn't really matter that your Axe is extremely farmed, because he can't do the damage alone. So yeah, well, regardless of what he does, the blink is up in 2 minutes, so it's still a decent timing anyway.
Puck with 1,600 gold. Chachlo getting into blink very shortly. Has Invis Rune bottled up as well. We have yet to see Stampede. Of course, I have no sound cues whatsoever, so maybe that's not true. We have a smoke gank attempt. Top lane. We'll see if the Vanguard pulls into effect here. Vanguard not going to do a whole lot against the Doom. There's the Stampede coming to effect, though. Vanscore gets a nice telekinesis on the Doom himself. Funnick still doomed. He's going to live. So the raw HP from the Vanguard is actually going to help save his life.
I'm very surprised they chose to gank this lane.
Oh wow, mid lane though.
Did he just get soloed by a sniper?
Well,
he tried to
is
go
that really
on
that
Dendi.
surprising though?
Well, it's surprising if you look at where PA died. The blood pool
Right
is
here.
next to the tower.
True.
She actually blinked on Dendi under the tower and just got killed off. Because the problem for PA is the new headshot is actually extremely good against PA. The old one that had the half-second mini-stun, the new one, the quarter-second, and the new one that has the half-second attack and movement speed slow destroys her, because she can't get attacks off if Dendi hits.
How does that interact with the Phantom Strike? Since you get 3 attacks that are ridiculously fast.
Then I guess the attack
Do
speed
they
is...
just cancel each other out almost?
Yeah, kind of, I think. I actually do think you're more slowed, because I think you get the attack speed bonus first, and then the slow from headshot cuts it off. So maybe you actually don't attack fast. That's a good question. It's an interaction I don't recall seeing.
I always
yet,
bring
so.
up the great questions that nobody knows the answers to.
But, yeah, we generally don't see Sniper that much, so there's a pretty good reason we can't answer this one.
Oh, Dreamcoil used on Phobos. He's going to break it right away in a couple TPs. This is going to force everybody back for PR. In fact, Illusory Orb is used. On top of that, 1 TP was canceled. Vanscore continues through with it. Bounty Rune's going to be picked up by Dendi. He'll get Stifling Dagger crit. He'll live to see another day, though. Puck has the Invis Rune that he's popped. Going to try to find Dendi with the rotations from the rest of his team.
Yeah, they really want to kill him. He's level 11. This is a lot of XP and gold to be claimed for them.
Doesn't have a Blink Dagger or anything like that. He's going to get his ultimate off. Waning Rift is available, and it's level 4. Going there. We have an initiation from Funnick. Going to destroy the Disruptor. Cheshire Cat on the run with half HP. He'll live to see another day. In the meantime, Joshua still in Viz. I'm surprised he hasn't really done anything with this. More so scouting more than anything else.
Damn, this Funnick farm. He has 112 CS at 12 minutes.
All right, I'm going to put the camera
insane.
on you, if you don't mind. I need
Sure.
to fix this sound. It's really bothering me.
Okay,
I can't hear anything.
fair enough.
This is syndereN's cam, everybody. Congratulations.
Here comes the awful camera control. You guys will really not enjoy this, but it's only going to be for a short amount of time. I wanted to mention that Dendi has 46 denies, and because of that, the PA is level 9, and Dendi's level 11 in the mid lane, in addition to killing her as well. They've really suffered from that. Chen's going to pick up a mech here, as we do have an initiation bottom. Look at this amazing camera control. There's the glimpse into the storm. DCHR will be doing some good damage, but the toss down from Rubik's telekinesis is going to stop Shashlo for a while. He's actually not even going to get his spells off for some reason, and Suneko now. Could be 3 kills for Na'Vi, but the trade-off of the Centroid will be indeed very surprising. I think Puck just choked there. Got hit by the telekinesis. I think he had the time afterwards to get a Waning Rift off, but instead ended up taking a lot, as we now have Funnick even finding the Vengeful Spirit. Are we back to your camera?
Almost.
Almost back to your camera.
All right,
Great,
we're back,
guys.
boys. I kind of got sound.
SUNSfan totally missed that kill.
This is so weird. I actually didn't think that not having sound would be that big of a deal. It is extremely weird.
Yep.
I have to say, and I don't know why. But anyway, looks like they're going to transition this into a Roche. Funnick stuck on the cliff. A little mistime of a blink, unless he wants to be an observer ward of some sort, but highly doubt that. He's going for a Blade Mail right away. After that blink, of course.
Yep. Good item.
And with these kills, looks like they're going to get a free Roche out of it.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way PR can contest this. The best hero at doing it is Puck, but the problem is Chen has the mech. So if you initiate on this and get a full Dreamcoil silence combo off, as long as Chen doesn't get burst down immediately, he's going to out-heal all of it with the mech and then into the Hand of God when the silence ends. So PR not interested in contesting it. And I think all in all, really the big star of this game is that they're just getting completely completely out-farmed. Like, that's the biggest problem right now. Na'Vi have accumulated a 7,500 golden experience lead right now just off superior laning. Dendi has crushed the mid lane. Axe destroys Doom as well.
Oh boy, he's going to get net. Pops the illusion and static storm coming to effect as well. Cheshire Cat gets blown up completely. Not even close. Wrong
Really
place
good
at the
spell
wrong
steal.
time. What did he steal?
Static Storm. That's why there was a Static Storm.
Oh. I was like, what? That's an interesting static storm. I don't know. Very odd.
Here comes the orb.
Oh my. Didn't have phase shift in time, so Assassinate will finish him off. They're going to get a tier 1 on top of this, so Na'Vi looking really good early on in this game.
This could be a very short game. Na'Vi has a lineup that can end the game early. You just put the wall of Chen creeps in front to just tank up together with the Axe with Vanguard, and then you have the sniper hit the tower from range. And over time, you're going to get the tower down, and then the racks are gone. PR are going to have a really hard time as we do have the call onto DTR. Assassinate.
And the Assassinate's not enough to Culling Blade quite yet. Going to Phantom Strike out. J4. TP. Oh, the hoof stomp not quite in time. Double TP out. And, I mean, they don't get the kills, but they're going to get the tower still. So Na'Vi perfectly fine with this exchange. Blade Mail getting extremely close now.
He has it now even. 3, 2, 1 gold. There we go.
Great,
not buying it.
Great math skills. I love this.
Yep. 549 plus 1 is indeed 550.
DTR, is he... Okay, he's going for Helm of the Dominator. What do you think he should pick up after that? A BKB completely necessary this game? And we have like the Stampede for everybody to get away from any initiation from PA if he ends up being scary at some point this game. Berserker's Call goes completely through BKB.
I honestly don't know what to do as PA in this game. I think the pick itself wasn't that good, and I think they're paying for it right now. It's what I mentioned. PA really needed to take off in the early game here, or she's just countered out. You can't really initiate in when the enemy team has Axe and Stampede to get out from you, and the sniper is just going to hit you from range. It has to be the sniper she gets in on, but she can't do that against this wall that Na'Vi just puts up, as they also take the tier 2 that PR also couldn't defend against. This... I don't know. If you're a PA now, I think BKB is maybe even too defensive. In a way, you really want it because there's a Centaur with a stun, there's the telekinesis, but like you said, Berserker's Call goes through it anyway. Sniper's still going to be attacking you. I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not the PA.
Well, not only that, but the PA 1v1 mid versus Sniper is a tall order. I mean,
it's an
that is
impossible
an extremely difficult matchup. And it looks to be another free tower going the way of Na'Vi. I mean, there's some counter push from Cheshire Cat, but this is a Doom. You're not really going to split push too well with the Doom. And yep, it is going to be a tier 2 in Na'Vi's way.
They could continue to go on.
Who picked up the Aegis? Right, so he's going to go balls deep for sure. I mean, Kavos goes balls deep in general, but with an Aegis, he's going to wait till like there's 10 seconds left, then goes completely balls deep.
He was thinking about Cheshire Cat, but
he wanted it. Couple TPs on top of that. Oh boy, DTR is going to have to cancel his TP. Stampede used to full effect. Phonic gets the Berserker's Call. Come on now. Pretty close.
Great
Blink
prediction.
Dagger up in 3 seconds. Hoof Stomp's going to miss. Shrapnel's going to give it a little bit of vision.
Sick jukes!
There's no way he gets out of this. He's going to Blink Strike away. Continue.
Oh my god,
into
if he
the enemy
lives.
jungle. The Courier's going to scout him out. Telekinesis into Berserker's Call.
That was a sick juke, though.
I thought you were being sarcastic, to be honest.
What? No, that was really good. Like, I don't know how the hell he stayed out of vision for like 5 or 6 seconds there, but Na'Vi eventually will find him and get the kill. Continue to farm up Phonic. This might be the fattest axe I've ever seen at this point. In terms of CS, having about 10 CS per minute on
the
axe
Vanguard was
extreme.
a great pickup.
I don't think that had an impact on it, though. That's the thing.
He could have gone Blink into Vanguard. Right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have made a difference in that case.
Don't think so. Not really, at least.
Excuse you.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't say that for hiccups, actually.
No.
Vanscore has Phantom Strike, so he has a little bit of a blink action going. Double stack of the Ancients that Phoenix is going to clean up. He has a point booster, so going for Aghanim's Scepter. I mean, 14 to 7 doesn't look that out of reach, but when you really look at it, I mean, let's look at the graphs. It's probably Navi's favorite big time. 10,000 XP and gold pretty much the same. And just left on the Aegis here, so it's actually about to pop. So my predictions on Kavos going balls deep are incorrect.
I think he's going to do it anyway.
Oh, that's true. Well, there's nothing new there, obviously. And this is going to be another free tower going the way of Na'Vi.
This time they're paying. Yeah, this time they're paying a tier 1 bottom. And maybe at least some damage made from Shashlo as well. This is the best PR can do right now. They're at least analyzing the situation correctly. Getting into a team fight now is going to be almost impossible unless Na'Vi are really out of position. So they're trying to split the best they can. Make some use of the swiftness aura as well on the Doom, which helps them push this tower. But here comes the XTP. I don't think they saw... Oh, he messed up the blink!
Well, there is a lot of damage on the Snake. Is Assassinate going to be enough to take him out? No, not quite. He's going to run away. Telekinesis now. He did go down to the battlefield. You're right. J4. Look at these right clicks from Dendy. That is insane. All he has is an S and Y. Blink out for Doom. It's going to be okay. So just like that, 2 kills go the way of Na'Vi again. So you're talking about decent trade, a 1-for-1 as far as towers are concerned. Well, they get 2 kills on top of that now. So definitely favor goes to Na'Vi. I don't even know if they need to wait for another Aegis, to be perfectly honest. They're just dominating this game right now. 3,300 gold on Doom, though. What do you think the item of choice is? Do you think it just goes straight for Ags?
I don't know if that cuts it, but it might be. It might still be the best choice. I think the really annoying thing for Doom right now is that he kind of he almost has to Doom Chen, which is something you really don't want to do. But there's too much healing from Gobak. He heals his entire team 550 if he gets both Mech and Hand of God off, and then it kind of doesn't matter who dooms. You can just send him home toward the end. If he dooms the Axe, that's all great, but they can't kill the Axe anyway, so he's still just going to be in the front and be annoying. And until the Axe is up, of course, the counter helix will work. So for that reason, he could get the Axe Scepter just to stop the counter helix, but is that really worth it? I think Cheshire Cat needs to go for a carry build, because this PA isn't going anywhere. He has a Helm of the Dominator 20 minutes, and this is abysmal farm for a Phantom Assassin who was safe lane. Oh, sorry, mid lane.
Yeah, but he has a Quelling Plate, so that's good. It's good for Roche.
Yep. Who is dead, so...
Yep. They'll get it, don't worry. Blink Dagger now on... I mean, this just shows the gold discrepancy this game is showing. Rubik, how often do you see a Blink Dagger on a... Is this a 5 Rubik? Basically is.
Yeah. At minute 20.
That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, this...
With Tranquils and Urn. Yeah, they're doing good.
And Funnick almost done with his Aghanim Scepter. That's going to help quite a bit. We haven't seen a lot of chops, to be perfectly honest. They haven't really needed it. They just have so much burst damage with that Centaur. And is there going to be a smoke here? No, I don't see any smoke right now. Thought that... I mean, what does PR need to do? Do they need to get super aggressive to the point of being extremely risky? I mean, I feel like a lot of times when you're down horribly, you need to make the risky plays to get back in the game. But what do they have to do that? They have Doom. I mean, PA, that's really the main issue, honestly, is that PA just doesn't have any right-click for him.
We'll get the eggs. If he gets to the refresh, I don't know what you do as PR right now. I think what they're doing is the best call. So I guess I know what they should do. This, which is this. But the problem is you can't fight. That's just the way things are right now. So you need to play for the late game where your PA starts getting items. And with Doom going for Axe, should he get Axe Refresher, that changes things a lot. But it's a very expensive build-up that he has to more or less gamble for at this point. I think the Axe is definitely not worth it unless he gets Refresher as his next item. So I would assume that's the case. What I would have liked to see of the Doom was more...
Initiated on. Who's going to run out of the kinetic field? Gets glimpsed back in, though. Pops the mech. Right-click should be enough to take him out. Is there going to be any support for Godblack? He's actually going to live for now. Stampede's on top of that along with Hand of God. Is he going to live? Unbelievable. And PR are just forced back. Not going to get anything for their troubles. Cheshire Cat blinks in, gets hoof stomp, gets double edge at half HP already. Assassinate on top of it. It's going to live, but takes quite a bit of damage. Dandy going to get a one-man Dream Coil by Choshlo. They're just going to continue the pressure. He gets four-staffed out. He's perfectly fine. Here goes the counter-initiate from Kavos. Blows up the PA. That is actually ridiculous that Chen lived. That is unbelievable.
It's a pretty bad sign if you can't kill a Chen with a gank like that.
That was a 3-man gank on Chen.
That's a really big problem. They even used the Doom on the Axe once again, which was the right target in that situation just to buy time and see if they could get a fight. But as you saw, PA tries to go in for the kill. PA can't play her hero right now. That's just how it is. You can't do anything with this hero with this amount of farm at this point in the game against this lineup. So he needs to play from distance and get some Stifling Daggers off, and then maybe if the fight gets spread out, can try to go for a play. Like on the Chen, for example, that's where PA can go because there's no backup. But the moment it's a full-on team fight, you Phantom Strike in and you're dead. And Na'Vi will save one ability for you. Like Telekinesis is enough to get you locked in place and killed. Even if the sniper just hits a couple of attacks, Dandy with the Desolator will be killing her in 4 attacks or something.
Telekinesis top along with the Fate Bolt. Phase Shift is there. He uses Dream Coil. Not going to save him. Dandy with the Desolator now, so hitting extremely hard with that S and Y on top of it.
Rubik's Dream Coil.
Oh, okay. I hate Rubik so much right now. I swear to God. Okay, this is just a practice cast, guys. It's no problem.
Yeah. This is
And just a little rusty.
be a little bit easy on SUNSfan. This is his first time on the mic.
All right, I will say the sound was like the most disorienting thing ever. Like it's not even allowing me to speak English correctly, but it's okay. We'll get through it together.
Don't do that generally anyway. Oh,
Aghanim
another
Scepter.
axe. And
Finished
Goblak,
completely
here we
on
go.
Axe.
He gets the Ancient Granite Golem right after picking up the
Yes.
Axe Scepter. This might be the time to go for Navi. Their heroes, this 15% health buff is insanely good. And now that his ultimate has a cooldown of 30 seconds as well, very easy to keep a sustained push.
What was that?
Huh?
Funnick just
Oh, he
berserker
berserker
call
called it.
randomly,
Oh.
just showing off his cool effects he's got from that immortal helm.
Boosting the morale.
It seems like it should do that. It should have like a war cry effect, but that is for Sven, obviously. Funnick blinks. Not going to find syndereN, who puts it down at kinetic field just in case. And Roche is up. And this Granite Golem doesn't really right-click too hard and attacks extremely slow, but just being there.
So it's great
helps quite a
focusing on
bit.
that one.
Yeah.
Arguably the
But
least
this
irrelevant
minus
thing
armor.
about this Roche kill is indeed the Granite Golem. Thank you for that.
Oh,
Here's the
or,
Aegis.
come on now, bro.
Yeah.
Got the extra HP.
That's true,
Oh, man,
which
the
was
DD
irrelevant.
spawned.
DD spawn.
That's
That's pretty
because
good.
of the ancient Granite Golem as well. So he picks that up with that Aegis.
Wow, what
No
a creep
courtesy
that
left?
would be. If there was a creep that you could toggle what rune spawns.
Yeah. You know the funny thing is that Doom is the top farmer in the game right now.
Dire's top
And
tower
Really?
They're
is
probably going to
under
get to tier 2.
Does he have the highest net worth?
He has the height,
Wow.
not by a whole lot.
By
but
100.
The problem is it's not even other than that. You know what I mean? Like the discrepancy is just out of control. Dandy with the DD from so far away. Going to take out this tier 3, and they're going to continue with the racks. Doesn't look like PR even want to defend.
They don't have a TP on Doom. They're basically all in on trying to trade, and
Well,
they
they're
won't
gonna
be
get full
successful.
racks
Now they
and
can go
back
for 2
down.
racks here. They could go for bottom lane as well and just glyph their top. This
Well, Puck
PR
has,
is not
Puck has
pushing.
Dream Coil if he wants to cancel some TPs. Although there is the Test of Faith to bring somebody back as well. And here it comes, Vanscore. Gets the Dream Coil on syndereN, actually. Assassination on top of that is half HP. So Vost and company should be able to finish him off with the TPs. Will allow everybody else from PR to get away. In the meantime, in the bottom, in the middle lane, Vanscore. Actually right-clicked down by DTR. And it's actually kind of funny that we're talking about DTR not having any farm. He had 3 kills like extremely early in the game. So typically when you see that, they snowball out of control. He's going to find his way into the zoo of Goblak's creatures. The Stampede's going to help take him out of here, but the Puck actually goes down in the mid lane. Looks like it was to the axe.
Yep.
Now
And
DTR on the run. He has a BKB now, but I don't know how much that really helps, as we talked about.
Not really, because he still just gets Berserker's called and dies. The reason I said I think he has to go for a greedy item is it's kind of a Hail Mary position already, and BKB would generally be the safe choice. If this game was going better for them, I think BKB would have been the right choice. But now he's still... I mean, at the end of the day, maybe he still had to get that. So he doesn't get telekinesis and doesn't get hoof stomp, but there's just so many other things that are a problem. The troll trap is there, the Berserker's call, and the fact that Dendi, even through that BKB, I mean, he's still 3 shots, pretty much. So pretty difficult being PR right now as this bottom lane is being sieged. Dendi using his sniper rifle from range 2 billion.
Man, the crazy thing about this is Vengeful Spirit swap. Look at the range. Obviously, it's level 1. You can't even get close to Dendi. Like, not even close.
They
You have
can't
to, like,
initiate
4-staff in, swap. And even that's not going to be too effective with the counter 4-staffs from Navi.
And he has the Aegis too. Oh, Disha.
Blown up right off the bat. He does not have buyback. And, of course, Navi doesn't technically know this, but Dendi can just sit here and do whatever he wants. Stampede is popped. Gonna take out the Puck. Dendi's just going to continue taking out the racks, and Savos with that BKB just jumps in, blows everybody up. And it's going to be 2 right. This seems like such an easy game. I was not expecting this from Navi. Not necessarily that they weren't going to play well, but I feel like PR, they're a solid team. This is not their typical showing, at least in my experience.
I think PR made a big mistake putting the Puck bottom and the PA mid. I don't think it... They didn't really gain anything from it, to be honest. Like, everything they accomplished bottom, I think PA could have done herself. But I think what they were afraid of was that Navi would run an aggressive tri-lane with the Axe, and that Axe would lane against PA, which is horrible for PA. But after they saw the lanes, I think they had the opportunity to swap it. PA lost mid anyway and would have got more farm bottom, so she could have done something. And at the end of the day, what have they got out of this Puck blink? Like, it hasn't really done anything because it's great to have the setup, but if you don't have the follow-through, it doesn't really make a difference. As now they're going to try a last-ditch effort here.
Klabo's almost taken down. A couple crits. There's the hand about to keep him alive, and the right clicks from Dendi just hurt way too much. 3 shots. J4 continues on the Cheshire Cat. Are you serious? They paused the game and then
It's
they
auto-paused
okay.
because he DC'd.
Oh, I see. Either way, Navi's going to take game 1. Well, the game. This is, of course, wildcard. It's all best of 1. There's going to be 5 games on this stream, 5 games on every single stream, in fact. And an ultra kill for Denny to finish off this game, which was completely in Navi's favor.
That was very one-sided. I would agree. Even when I saw the draft, I didn't think it was going to be that one-sided. Just the laning decision in the early rotations just favored Navi way too much, and Dendi got out of control. The Axe had so much farm, and they had no counter to him either. And you just never really saw PR supports ever take off and get something done in the early game. So they lose this game. Who's this guy with me? Going forward, of course, as we talked about, these are 2 of the teams that were the favorites to make it out of the wild card. So Navi obviously starting off with a very important win. PR will now have to claim quite a few wins on the way, unless if Navi start losing games to the other teams. We obviously don't know. It's the first game of the day, but
we'll know more.
We'll know
like
more
5
soon,
hours.
and you guys will too if you check out twitch.tv/team/DAC, I do believe it is. That's where you can... Great preparation. That's where you can find the other streams, of course. There's going to be one on Beyond the Summits Twitch and on BTS2, which is where the other games are played. So make sure you guys check that out. And that team page is your best hub during the entirety of the group stage and the wild card. That's where you can find all this stuff. So check that out. We're going to have a break here because there's going to be quite a while until the next game, I do believe.
Unless they play one. I don't know how
I think
do
they play one round at a time, so they're going to wait for...
Oh.
Well, they obviously have to, right? There's no opponent for the teams yet.
That's true. All right, listen, guys. This was the warm-up cast. I'm very new to this. Not having sound really screwed me. I'm going to blame this on the sound.
Yeah, you did great.
We'll be okay. It's going to get better, I promise. This was bottom of the barrel. Shagbark here is apparently eating my face. Okay, we'll be back right after this very long break. Actually, we have no idea how long it's going to be, obviously, but stay tuned, friends. We love you.